How's it going, guys? We are back with another video here, and this video is going to be telling you the cards to avoid buying right now in NHL 24. Off with the first one, it's going to be Ed Belfour, okay? So, no offense to any Ed Belfour fans or Dallas Star fans, but this is a card that you should probably not buy, okay? So, my reasoning for that is that he's a 6-foot goaltender. That is just insanely too small for this game. It's unfortunate that's the way it is, and the stats just aren't really the difference when it comes to goalies. They just don't matter really for goalies, and his abilities aren't too great either. So that's kind of what makes this card not amazing. So at least if he would have had like butterfly effect and post to post, I'd be like, okay. But this card, to me, for like 70, 80K, you could definitely just... I feel like goalies in general, guys, are just not worth spending tons of coins on. Like, having a Markstrom for like 10K is probably going to be good enough. Ottinger for 10K. Like, you don't need to spend almost 100K on a goalie. I just feel like they're just not worth it. He's got silver extra padding, like, okay. Like, I mean, it's an interesting ability. It's not like one that's going to really do much for you. But then you got gold light work, too, on Belfour, which, again, it's fine. I'm not trying to say these are like, absolutely horrible abilities. Light work's pretty good, but extra padding is just not it. And, again, the main issue is that he's 6 foot. That's just too small for a goalie, and I just can't defend that. I'm sorry. I really can't. Then next up here, we got Phil Esposito. He's going for around 80,000 coins also. He's 6'1", 205 pounds, left-handed centerman here. But the issue with him is, again, for an 87 overall card, I mean, there's a lot of better 87 overalls than him. There just are. Yes, he's got 86 faceoffs. That is good, don't get me wrong. But 86 speed, 85 acceleration, that's tough. That's tough on a card that, again, there's so many 87s you could definitely get that are better than him at this point. So many better center options than him. Again, I like the ability, you know, goal close quarters, big tipper. It's a pretty decent combo there, but I don't know, like, unless he was like 6'5" or something, that'd be the only way I could really justify him being 86 speed. Like, it's not really like he's actually that big either, Esposito, right? 6'1" is not like, wow, it's broken, right? I think he could have done him a little bit better, give him like 88 speed, 88 excel, and then I'm like, okay, that's a pretty decent card. And then, I'm not saying these cards didn't have 90 plus speed for them to be good, okay? I'm not trying to have 99 speed Hut in November. I'm not trying to say that. I hope people don't think that, that I'm like complaining about everyone just being slow. I just think you got to be a little bit more reasonable, especially when these cards, especially if Phil Esposito's never had a hot card before. You'd think they'd probably try to make it a good card, right, for Phil. But, I mean, his shot's good. That could be the only saving grace for him, is his shot is really excellent. But I just feel like his skating is just not good enough for an MSP. Next up, we got Chris Pronger here, 85 event card. So far, it's all from this event, right? You guys are probably thinking this is an event video. But Chris Pronger, it's tough, man. Like, I understand he's 6'6", 220 left-handed, but 83 speed is tough. That is tough to have on him. 75 agility. I mean, he's gonna have cinder blocks attached to his skates. I mean, that's tough. I'm sorry, that's tough. He has silver truculence, so that's a nice ability to have active, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like this Pronger card is not particularly it by any means. He's got 94 defensive awareness, though, 89 by checking. I mean, defensively, he's very strong, but that skating, I'm sorry, that just holds him way back. It really does. The shot's not terrible for an 85, I guess, defenseman there, but I don't know about Chris Pronger. I really don't. I just feel like it's a tough card to get excited about. He's too slow. Again, his size is really awesome, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like it's not worth picking up. I mean, he doesn't go for that much, at least. That's kind of the saving grace on this card. Like, if you want to spend, you know, 20K, I wouldn't say, oh, you're crazy for it. But for the most part, I'd probably avoid buying Chris Pronger's 85. Then we got Boone Jenner, 86 MSP Prototype Edition here. Now, the thing about Boone Jenner is, again, he's just no speed, no skating. Like, I don't know. I'm sorry. Like, to me, an MSP's got to have special stats. Like, Boone Jenner, this card is the most mid MSP I think we've ever had before. I mean, he's just like, just straight up, he's just 86 overall. I mean, I don't know what to say. He's 86 overall. Like, it's nothing like crazy about this card at all. 85 speed on 86. It's just nothing. This doesn't really feel like a card that's like meaningful. Like, I feel like there's going to be a bunch of, you know, 86s that'll be better than this card. No doubt about it. They already are. He's got checking boost and he's got grinding forward. So again, no skating synergies at all. So 85 excel, 85 speed. I don't think we've ever had a card, an MSP card, that straight up had 85 excel and speed with even with synergies. You can't even add synergies. It's kind of crazy. I understand they're low overalls this year, the MSPs to start, but I mean, that's a tough one for me. Silver, no contest. Gold, born leader. At least gold, born leader's a very good ability. Only 83 face-offs, too, though. It's not like, again, there's nothing on this card you're like, wow. I guess his checking stats can be pretty high when you have synergies active, up to 94 body checking. But, I mean, his face-offs aren't great. His skating's not great. His shots mid. Hands are mid. Like, it's just an absolute mid card. Like, there's nothing really... It's very well-rounded, but it's not anything you're like, wow, Boone Jenner. I can't believe this card. It's got to be on my team, right? Like, I just don't think it's worth it for 30, 40K. Like, you can buy so many better cards for that price, I just feel, at least. So, Boone Jenner, definitely avoid buying his card. We got Radko Gudas, 86 overall. Radko Gudas, 86 overall is a funny card. So, 6 foot, 208 right-handed defenseman. Now, on one hand, this card's actually not terrible because he does have gold truculence, 95 body checking, 99 actually with checking boost. So, okay, that can be pretty fun, but I mean, the issue with defensemen that are slow, yes, they could have insane defensive stats. The main issue, though, is especially more and more cards get released, like McDavid's, those Jack Hughes cards. Those cards are insanely fast, and Radko Gudas is not insanely fast. And I'll say this as well. It's not easy to activate speed synergies, right? So having Enforce a Defenseman active is not going to be particularly easy. So let's just say you don't have that active. 84 speed. I'm sorry. I don't think there's ever been an MSP card before in any NHL 84 speed. I really don't. Like, I don't at all. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm forgetting someone. But that is just insanely slow. And yeah, I can't. I mean, that card's just not it. Again, the abilities are pretty nice on him. I will say that those are potential saving grace things for this card. But Radko Gudas, like, he just... I don't know, man. Like, it's a really tough card to look at. Look at that shot, too. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's just an all-straight defensive card, but not even any skating to back it up. Like, again, gotta get him 86 speed default, at least. I really believe that. Like, you gotta have at least 86 speed as base. I mean, it's just... It's not like this card grows in overall or develops. Like, it's going to fall out of touch anyway, right? Like, it's not like this 86 Gudas, if you had 86 speed, is going to be breaking the game by any means. Like, just give him a pretty good card is the way I look at it. But that's that Radko Gudas card right there. All right, now we're looking at some fancy hockey cards. So, again, it's not about these stats. It's about really the significant chance these players are not going to reach a high overall. So, I think a lot of people are starting to realize that with Hurdle, too. Only 230,000 coins, but... Hurdle's at a 73 overall, right? So the issue with Hurdle is he's on one of the worst teams in NHL history, right? So Hurdle hasn't been scoring a lot of goals. That's the other issue. The team doesn't score a lot of goals. So, I mean, yeah, people need to score on that team, but, I mean, it's just Hurdle's not even scoring, right? So I just feel like it's kind of a waste to invest coins in this card. Like, even for 200K, I think it's a scam pretty much, because are we really going to actually see Thomas Hurdle... get 99 overall, and if he does, it'll probably be like April, let's be real, or even I don't know if it's gonna happen. I at this point, I'd say it'd be very crazy if Hurdle hit 99. I think it'd be shocking if he hit, 95. I mean, I know that might be a bit negative, but it's just looking pretty tough for these fantasy Sharks cards. Next up, we got Carter Hart. So he goes for 80,000 coins, and you might think, oh, that's cheap. Maybe I'll pick him up. Well, the issue is, the Flyers are not going to be particularly a great team, and Hart's also out with an injury right now. So when Hart does come back, it's not like the Flyers are going to go on a crazy winning streak, right? And like all of a sudden they're going to make the playoffs. So I mean, Hart, he's not really optimal size either for a goalie. He's got butterfly effect, which is a nice ability to have on. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I'd probably avoid buying this card. I just don't think it's really worth it for, again, he's hurt right now. Not, the greatest build for a goaltender. And again, the Flyers are not really the greatest team. We got Tyler Seguin, last but not least here, going for 275,000 coins. The problem is, Seguin doesn't get a lot of ice time anymore. He's not even in the top 6 anymore, last check. I think he plays on the 3rd line for the Stars. So, it's tough. Seguin, he was a great player back in the day, but another one where he's going to be, I think he scored the other night, 72 overall is going to be. It's just not it. I'm sorry. Like, Seguin is just not going to get to that 99, unfortunately. It's not the old Seguin where he's scoring 25 goals a year. It's just, if he scored that many goals, I'd be shocked. Like, I really would be. So, yeah, it kind of rounds out the cards that I would avoid buying right now in Hut as of November 12th. I'll probably make this video maybe twice a month. I mean, it's tough because they don't really release as many cards as they used to. So, there's not as many cards to really avoid, I feel like. But, These are the cards that I can think of and show you guys off right now. Guys, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Please make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you have not already, and follow me on Twitch, Henreek. I'm live there every single day. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Henreek with 3 E's. And be sure to join my Discord, talk to me, followers, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.